Please subscribe.
The 2019 Subaru WRX doesn't gloat about its meeting genealogy, at any rate until its turbos spool up and every one of the four wheels scrabble for footing on a winding earth street. Have a go at doing that in a BMW M2. What the 2019 WRX does well is go quick, paying little mind to territory while conveying for travelers insensible solace. Extravagance and style are not its specialties, which is the reason we rate the WRX and its racier WRX STI kin at 6.2 out of 10. For 2019, the WRX sees some advantageous changes: standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto similarity, a restricted release trim bundle with suspension and brake redesigns, programmed crisis braking on WRXs with the discretionary consistent leaf-actor transmission (CVT), and an amended powertrain with more power and a free-stream fumes for the WRX STI. On the WRX, base, premium, and limited trims are accessible. The WRX STI comes just in base and limited flavors. The progressions don't completely modernize the WRX, which offers its inside and some styling with the last-stage Subaru Impreza. It's beginning to feel all-around dated all around, yet the WRX stays a hoot to put through some serious hardship. Base WRXs utilize a 2.0-liter turbocharged level 4 appraised at 268 torque combined to either a 6-speed manual or a CVT. All-wheel drive is standard, albeit manual and CVT WRXs utilize interesting frameworks that put the ability to the ground in a somewhat extraordinary manner. The WRX STI includes something beyond a major wing, which can be erased for a lip spoiler. It has a 2.5-liter turbo 4 appraised at 310 horsepower mated to a 6-speed manual transmission, a changed suspension, Brembo brakes, and all-wheel drive framework that highlights a driver-flexible focus differential. The two vehicles excel on a breathtaking street, particularly one that is disintegrating endlessly. Extremely sharp controlling and fast reflexes make them a hoot to put through a lot of hardship. The WRX's suspension is easygoing enough to make it an agreeable roadway cruiser or urban slogger, as well. The WRXs highlight roomy insides with solid match and finish that are agreeable, particularly with the discretionary Recaro seats, yet the structure is not really creative. The 2019 Subaru WRX doesn't look like a lot, which might be a piece of its intrigue. Shunning the forceful bumpers, strakes, and wings found on rivals, the 2019 WRX line is an activity and limitation. All things considered, for the most part, we rate it at 6 out of 10, nearly dialing a point back for a structure by advisory group inside spruced up with some energetic indications. Rather, we hurl the WRX a point for its unpretentious outside as long as the WRX STI's accessible wing spoiler isn't chosen. At any rate, the WRX highlights fresh, conditioned lines that outskirt on dull. Its essential bones are identified with Subaru's last-stage Impreza, despite the fact that structure changes since the present age's 2015 presentation have kept its appearance to some degree new. Enormous bumper flares swell around 17-inch compound wheels, figuring out how to make them look stylishly huge despite the fact that they're reasonably measured. Notwithstanding its colossal backwing which can be erased, the WRX STI pursues a similar fundamental look with 19-inch wheels. With the huge wing joint, the WRX STI verges on notable, maybe to an extreme so for certain purchasers. Another Series Grey bundle for both WRX and WRX STI includes an elite paint shading, dim, in addition to various wheel plans and some presentation overhauls. Inside, both Subarus share their even run plan with a year ago's Forester. The look doesn't irritate, however. The carbon fiber light trim and accessible two-tone Recaro seats enclosed by calfskin and engineered softened cowhide trim include some genuinely necessary shocking quality. Tuning into the cry of the 2019 Subaru WRX's turbo level 4 shouting toward redline while whipping its thick-rimmed, 3-talk directing wheel along a winding street is sufficient to change anyone's mind. We're sold on its exhibition, which rates a strong 9 out of 10 on our scale. We land there by granting it focuses for the solid turbo control and both WRX and WRX STI pretends, its dangerously sharp taking care of, its incomparable hold, and its uncanny capacity to handle everything from the everyday routine to follow days to unrehearsed assembly arranges on an earth street. The standard WRX utilizes a zippy level 4 that puts out 268 drive and 258 pound-feet of torque. Those figures probably won't intrigue from the start, yet the WRX's torque band levels somewhere in the range of 2,000 and 5,200 revolutions per minute and gives easy increasing speed and passing force. The standard 6-speed manual transmission includes genuinely short tosses and an anticipated grip take-up, settling on it a savvy decision. We can't blame purchasers who choose the WRX's accessible CVT. It's tuned to be quiet in rush hour gridlock or to keep the motor right in the focal point of its capacity band when required in sport and sport sharp modes. 8-to-war move selectable proportions give it double grip-esque execution, as well. Contingent upon transmission, the WRX has one of two distinctive all-wheel drive frameworks. Those with the 6-speed have a 50-50 split mechanical framework with a GUI coupling focus differential, while the CVT swaps in an electronically controlled arrangement that defaults to a 45-55 split. In any case, grasp is huge and criticism from the electric power guiding helps benefit as much as possible from any street. The WRX's spring tuning is on the milder side for a presentation vehicle, which encourages it retain rutted territory easily. Just brakes inclined to a trace of blur and particularly energetic driving keep down the WRX, however we haven't attempted the recently discretionary exhibition brakes. It'll additionally require some slide plates, rally tires, and the challenge permit to be driven like Travis Pastrana. However, those are pleasant things to add to your Amazon list of things to get. For the more dedicated, the WRX STI highlights a 2.5-liter level 4 disconnected to the standards motor. This year, the motor inhales a little better gratitude to a free-stream exhaust framework and now wrenches out 310 horsepower and 290 pound-feet, a 5 horsepower support over a year ago. The STI is about something beyond control, however. Its attention is on taking care of, with a driver-controlled focused differential that gives its pilot a chance to dial and pretty much to work between the axles. Robust Brembo 6-cylinder front and 4-cylinder back brakes with cross-penetrated rotors address our greatest worry with the standard vehicle's exhibition. An accessible Bilstein suspension arrangement for the WRX STI gives much more hone dealing with, yet the standard altered swaggers and execution tires on the Bass model are not really deficient. Worth unique note is the WRX STI's water-powered controlling, which deciphers the street in a practically retro-solid way. Experience one while regardless you can. Uplifting news, the 2019 Subaru WRX is anything but difficult to legitimize as a family vehicle. Agreeable front seats with extraordinary vision pair well with its shockingly spacious secondary lounge. Its finishings are a long way from extravagant and we'd leave a store today for a WRX hatchback, yet this Subaru needs for little regarding solace. We rate it at 7 out of 10. In advance, the WRX comes standard with sports seats enclosed by a grippy texture that serenely suit a wide scope of travelers. Discretionary on the WRX premium trim and included on the WRX STI are track-prepared Recaro seats. They're more tightly and their supports aren't customizable, so attempt before purchasing. The calfskin upholstery on WRX and WRX STI Limiteds has a tasteful vibe that feels a value point over the generally not really good or bad trim completions, however not we all are sold on the dark and red shading plan. Back seat riders have shockingly great space and furthermore advantage from the low belt line, slender columns that give a breezy feel to the lodge. Indeed, even 3 side-by-side will work for a squeeze. Load pulling isn't the WRX's most grounded point. At only 12 cubic feet, its trunk is on the little size in spite of the fact that the back seat backs crease for bigger things. Or on the other hand, Subaru could simply make a WRX hatchback. We've been asking since 2015. Despite the fact that we need more information to rate the 2019 Subaru WRX for its security, what we do know is promising. All WRXs incorporate 7 airbags, soundness control, and a rear-view camera. These evaluated the 2018 WRX as a top safety pick +1 fitted with LED headlights and the automaker's suite of crash-shirking tech, for example, programmed crisis braking, versatile journey control, and dynamic path control. Fortunately, all that apparatus is standard on the 2019 WRX with the discretionary CVT. The awful news is that it's not accessible with the 6-speed manual transmission. The central government hasn't smashed the WRX. The 2017 Subaru Impreza, with which the WRX shares its foundation and the vast majority of its structure, earned 5 stars in general, be that as it may. In spite of the fact that the 2019 Subaru WRX needs little, its spec sheet certainly organizes go quick, handle well treats over common luxuries. We rate it at 5 out of 10 in like manner. The base WRX incorporates 17-inch composite wheels enveloped by summer tires, programmed atmosphere control, a 6.5-inch touchscreen for infotainment with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto similarity, and a 5.9-inch show for its Excursion PC. All base WRXs are 6-speed manuals. Our pick, for about $30,300 $2,000 more than the base WRX, is the WRX Premium. It includes a 7.0-inch touchscreen with a crisper presentation, warmed front seats, haze lights, and a power moonroof. For about $2,000, the performance bundle erases the moonroof and subs in Recaro front seats with updated brakes. The WRX Limited includes calfskin upholstery, LED headlights, and a power driver's seat. Root and a Harman Kardon sound framework are discretionary. The accessible CVT on premium and limited trims incorporates programmed crisis braking, path flight alerts, dynamic path control, and versatile voyage control. Notwithstanding their all the more dominant motors, novel 6-speed manual transmission, and elite suspension, the WRX STIs include 19-inch compound haggles back wing so enormous it serves as a standing work area. For Th.